Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Oi, oi, oi.
Chapter 6. Secret lair. Summer forged ahead, but the nights only seemed to grow colder.
Eu não lembro se eu tinha passado essa história, sei que eu parei no cliffhanger.
Luca walked home slowly under the pale starlight, cautious to avoid any more surprises lurking in the shadows. Reaching home, he slipped quietly into bed, half dreading what they might discover the next day.
Ah, sim, sim. Foi esse o cliffhanger. What time is it? Knock, knock. Sim, já vou. Rolla, what on earth's that? That ridiculous thing on your head. Oh, this. Helps me think. I need a lot more of those. I'll call you what? We'll see who is laughing when I crack this case wide open. The coast is clear? Yep. Whatever she's been up to this week, she's been keeping her busy most of the day. Very well. The game is afoot.
Luca and Beck rolled their eyes as Rollo strutted across the room.
If I were a Gren, where would I hide my deepest, darkest secrets? Perhaps where you might least expect it.
Rollo flung open the cabinet with confidence.
Aha!
He coughed as a veil of dust hit his face.
I think it's safe to assume anything that dust isn't what we're looking for. Or maybe that's what she wants you to think. Then again, any good detective knows not to trust their first hunch. First hunches are for suckers. Eureka! She's lit a fire in order to burn the evidence. Keeps that fire going every day, Roll. That may already be too late. Just think of the amounts of documents lost to ash. Okay? I'm gonna stop you right there. Can you just think for a moment? Look, is there anywhere Gran doesn't want you to go? Yeah, I closed upstairs. So maybe it stands to reason that we should check there first. That ice is locked. Well. Look who stands to reason now. And I have no idea where the key is. It's really important. Probably creepy with her. Anywhere else? She has her berry bushes. Who has ever thought? I'm going to take this important thing and chuck it in the bush. Anything else? Maybe something out of the ordinary? Well, she is always worried I'll break her fancy dishware in the kitchen. It doesn't matter anyway, I can't reach the latch.
A look of realization crept onto Luca's face. All three kids snapped to glance at each other, then sprinted and turned toward the kitchen.
Alright, Rollo. This is your time to shine. Ah, yes. You've called upon my expert detective skills. And now I shall proceed with...
Before he could finish, Luca scrambled up Rollo's back.
Hey, this isn't my idea of detective work. Every squad needs a good lockpick. And every lockpick needs a sturdy head to sit on. This is beneath my standing. Stop complaining and hold still. Got it.
The three crowded around the hutch to peer in. With the glass doors opened, a perfect porcelain display gleamed in front of them. Their eyes searched for anything amiss, but the only distinct feature was its impeccability.
Well, that wasn't climatic. Yeah, I don't really know what we're expecting. Like, oh hey, let me just yank on this random teacup and...
As Beck pulled on one of the teacups, it slanted forward with a hollow click. The entire hutch began to rustle and slide under its own power.
Seems like your grand has been doing some remodeling. Good, only two types of people have secret lairs. Evil masterminds and superheroes. So which one do you think she is? About to find out. Okay, so more of an unhinged conspiracy spy. Wow. Yeah, this cannot be good. We need to look around before jumping to conclusions. What do we have here? Barrels marked caution explosive. And jam jars? That's enough jam to feed the whole town. What kind of incendiary jam is your grand making? You wouldn't have had me walk around town delivering bombs, right? Only one way to find out.
Lulu casually spun open a lid and dipped his finger in the jam.
Huckleberries.
He smacked his lips.
A hint of brown sugar. And ink? What?
Lulu plunged his hand in the jar, fishing out a soggy slip of paper.
Ah!
Lulu offered the slimy note to Luca and licked his fingers clean.
Is it addressed to Mr. Spratuli? A grand jam drum? Says last night I used this guy's hairs provided to scout the location. The timing window should be possible. Operation Sparkbug is a go. Oh man, are they doing a heist? Whatever it is, can't be good. So, more a bombshell than a bomb, am I right? You're new here, so I'll let it slide. But I'm the bad joke guy around here. Ah, não, não vai me dar nenhuma palavra só de ficar batendo aqui?
A spider web of string connected photos of people from the town, interspersed with hastily scrawled notes.
She sure has kept herself busy. Is your man a serial killer? Because I'm starting to get a vibe. Don't be ridiculous. Sure, she's just tracking movements of everyone in town, out of the kindness of her heart. She puts little symbols on some of them. And Mr. Numprick has a check mark. Clipboards are all inside a big circle. My mom's are both on there, here. Both with question marks. Yes, Valentine has a question mark. Iris has a question mark that's been crossed out. Miss Kirk has a bullseye. The killer has chosen her next victim. I don't know what any of this means. Whatever it means, probably not good.
Luca jostled each cabinet drawer in turn. Only one was unlocked. He fingered through the filing cabinet, pausing at a bulging folder labeled Walter. For a long moment, he just stared at it.
What you got there? It's my dad. Looks like some of his old medical files. Your dad was a doctor?
Luca nodded. and caressed the label with his thumb.
Well, are you gonna read it? Here, let me help.
Rollo swiped the folder from the drawer and began leafing through the pages. He whistled to himself, barely looking at the text.
How about you actually read some of it? One sec. These documents such as these are a lot like a cheeseburger. Best to skip straight to the middle. That's where all the meaty bits live. I had no idea we're in the presence of the preeminent scholar in dense documents and cheeseburgers. By all means, proceed.
He stopped at a page and mimed, holding up a monocle.
Ah, here we are. Follow-up examination of Terence Wilby. Patient shows further signs of paleness and malaise. Body temperature continues to drop. He now describes soreness of muscles and joints. This is similar to the symptoms exhibited by Miss Wilby in a few days past. Still waiting on lab results from Joseph.
Rollo looked up with heightened surprise.
Creepy. Yeah, that's kind of disturbing. Who's Joseph? That's Mr. Nunkrieg's name. Wait,
Rollo's finger traced across the page.
there's more scribbled in the margins. Could it be contagious? Sir Wilby claims the tap water at his home has been contaminated. Perhaps environmental? Lab results only raise more questions. Like he came back to this report later and makes those notes. It might be related to something else.
Rollo scanned through several more pages.
Yeah, this writing looks shaky. I just couldn't help her. His disease, or whatever it is, progresses too fast. And with his wife passing, Terrence's conditions follows close behind. He is exacerbated by the loss. Enough is enough, and I need to take matters into my own hands.
Luca, staring blankly at the cabinet this whole time, spoke softly.
What does it say next?
Rollo rustled the folder, trying to loose more pages.
That's where it ends. What? There has to be more.
Luca frantically shoved the remaining cabinet folders, trying to find another labeled Walter.
Okay, I think that's the only one. It's alphabetical, see? What did he mean? Enough is enough. How did he take matters into his own hands? This is BS.
Luca slammed the drawer shut.
What the heck? Okay, bro.
They crowded around a worn-down old map of Beacon Pines.
Oh, this looks like a treasure map. Not every old map is a treasure map, Rollo. Yeah, but every treasure map is an old map. Can't follow that logic. Look, there's even a pathway drawn on it. Starts at the entrance to town. And if you follow it,
Rollo carefully traced the path with his finger.
leads right
He
to
jabbed down at the end point.
Town Square. There's a fountain in the middle of town. What a weird place to hide treasure. Well, that doesn't look like treasure to me. End of the path on the map has the same symbol as those explosives over there. So it's not hiding treasure. Real bummer. Rollo, what's this thing you have been excited about for the past month? The festival. Gulp. Did you just say gulp? This feels like a gulp kind of situation. Everyone we gathered near the center of town. Who's gonna blow up the festival? Not if we stop her. What was that?
Luca looked up from the map.
What was that? What? No, I heard it too. That was the front door. Which means someone just shut the door. Which means someone's upstairs. Shh, quiet. It lights.
Beck flicked off the light, and they became statues in the dark. Overhead, creaking floorboards bent under slow, deliberate steps. The kids looked up, the tilt of their necks following each footfall. Then suddenly, it stopped. Without realizing, they'd been holding their breath. All three exhaled shakily and glanced at each other. A muffled male voice broke the silence.
Hello?
A final few footsteps reached the entrance above them, and the voice now echoed down the stairs.
Anyone down there?
The three kids shuffled to the corners without a peep. As he began to descend the stairs, the man's voice punctuated every new step. Thump,
Yoo-hoo!
thump,
We're not here to hurt anyone.
thump.
We're just here to help. Just...
At the bottom step, the man paused, squinting to search the room for signs of life.
Guess it's nothing.
Rollo shifted suddenly. Luca gave him an intense, chastising look and whispered through clenched teeth.
Não. Tipo... Nessa situação eu entendo que tem que ter algum tipo de comunicação, mas como é que a outra pessoa não consegue ouvir? Quando um lugar tá quieto, qualquer coisinha faz barulho, qualquer coisinha dá pra ouvir.
It was too late. Rollo was already inching toward the stairway. He screeched as he charged toward the shadowy figure.
Flaming chicken coop!
With all his weight, Rollo tackled the man to the ground.
Rollo? Mysterious creep man? Anyone there?
From the dark corner, they saw something move.
Well, I didn't know if I had it in me. But there was only one way to find out. Holy grab, Rollo, that was awesome. Wait, did you just kill that person?
Luca scrambled to the hunched figure on the ground. Pressing his fingers to the man's neck, he sighed with relief.
You sure clobbered him good, Rollo. He's knocked out cold.
As Beck flicked back on the light, Luca and Rollo both gasped in stereo.
Mr. Tolliver.
Chapter 7. The Interrogation of Hiram Tolliver. Still unconscious, Mr. Tolliver slumped heavily in a shoddy old chair. His hands were bound with rope, his feet tied with some loose string. The kids huddled in a circle, discussing their plan. One thing was certain, they couldn't just let Mr. Tolliver go. They needed to know what he was doing in Luca's house. After some deliberation, it was decided.
They would run the classic good cop. Normalmente é good cop, bad cop. Mas não acho que eles colocaram a palavra bad nesse jogo. Ou eu não encontrei a palavra. O mais certo seria o hard cop. Mas esse aqui parece mais engraçado. Mas eles querem plástico, então...
They'd run the classic good cop, hard cop interrogation. Rollo brandished a steely gaze. I've got this. Read about it 100 times. Rollo swaggered past the chair which propped up the slumping Hiram Tolliver. Without even looking at his captive, he began with a long, blustery drawl.
Well, 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 Mr. Tolliver.
Mr. Tolliver remained motionless. Rollo spun around to face him. He'd clearly expected to rouse Mr. Tolliver with his booming voice.
Mr. Tolliver?
Beck and Luca gave each other an unsure glance. Rollo slammed his fist on the table.
I said, Mr. Tolliver!
He grabbed the table lamp and beamed it onto the unconscious face. Mr. Tolliver groaned and slowly lifted his head. He recoiled with a muddled, weary squint.
Not in the world.
The chair wobbled as he attempted to straighten up.
Who's there?
Mr. Tolliver could only make out rough shapes through the glaring light. With a gruff tone, Rollo hoped to both conceal his voice and intimidate.
I'll be asking the questions here, punk. Oh, now hold on, let's just calm down. Oh, I am calm. Calm as a carrot in dirt. As for you, looks like you're
The
sweating.
doubtful expression on Beck and Luca's faces transformed into awe.
We can do this my way, or... well, let's just say I never needed another way.
Rollo, hitting his stride, was now channeling every detective trope his memory could recall. He slammed the table again.
Now damn! What the...
Mr. Tolliver's voice became desperate. He was nearly in tears.
You let me down, how on earth could I guess? Then to our mouth, punk! Spill the bean! What are you doing poking around this house? I'm here to help Juniper. To make sure everything is ready. Oh, so you're in cahoots with Graham? Graham?
Mr. Tolliver was in a daze, now more confused than ever.
You wanna help her blow up the festival, eh? Blow up the festival? Good
He shook
lord.
his head, feeling more and more dizzy.
No, you got it all wrong. Where is she now? She's headed to the source. Source? What's the source? It's
His
where
voice faded to a whisper.
it all began. Where it all began. What is Operation Sparkplug?
With that, Mr. Tolliver passed out cold. Rollo swung around with a repentant grimace.
Hero. I think you went a little too hard on him. What did he say about the source? It's where the town began? We need more information. Yeah, but we better not push Mr. Tolliver any farther. Let anyone else who might know more. What about this history museum? This got set up for the festival. Nah, that thing was put up by the Valentines. Everything they do is just a bunch of fluff to glorify themselves. Is there anything more reliable? The library? If there's any information about this search thing, Aldo can help us find it. Let's go get some answers. This is a dang nice library. Thanks, we worked hard on it. Aren't you a little too adorable to be a librarian? Oh, Owen. Aldo hung out here so much, eventually they gave him a set of keys. You just keep an eye on the place for Miss Novak sometimes. I got you working for free? Right, and get access to all the books I can read. What more could a person want? Fair enough. What can I do for you all? I need a favor. I already told you enroll. Can put you any higher on the wait list for the next atomic. And if you are here with more candy, I'll have you know I can be bought. Call it a personal code of conscience. Actually, we're looking to do some research. Now, you're speaking my language. What you looking for? That's the thing, we started don't know. But I got this history of the town. There's the county record archives. What in those? Birds, deaths, newspapers, clippings, stuff like that. Pretty boring reading. But they do go all the way back when the town was founded. Wait, we start right there.
Chapter 8.
Nice.
6 feet under, 3 towns over. The kids spent the rest of the afternoon combing through dusty piles of old county records, desperately searching for anything that could help them make sense of Mr. Tulliver's cryptic utterance.
Tipo, o cara ainda tá lá no covil secreto?
Luca tried to shake the thought of Gran's basement, but his focus wavered. Explosives, messages hidden in jam, dossiers on various town figures, and a corkboard threaded with photos. Gran was the only family he had left. He still couldn't bring himself to believe the worst. But the old map with the symbol of explosives in town square made that difficult. As the sun began to set, the kids were no closer to the truth.
I have to read any more records. My eyeballs are gonna pop. I have to keep it digging. If I dig another word, I'm gonna end up putting one of those these that's a 9 death record. Rollercoaster lived a full and wonderful life. Till he read so much boring crud that his brain oozed out of his ears.
Rollo shut his book with an assertive nod.
Obrigada, Valeria. Spit it out. Come on, my sister. Keep pushing your luck, pal. And it won't be boring county records that kill you. I'll put you in the obituaries myself.
Rollo muttered under his breath.
You were a county record. Really, that's the best you got. When I'm done with you, you'll be the footnote in history. Just like...
Beth slammed her finger down on the open page before glancing down to read.
Miss J. Hartford here. I'd see you try. Hey. We're a little tired here. Let's just take a minute and...
Something tickled the back of Luca's mind.
Wait, what was the name back? Up to J. Hartford. From the Brookville Tribune 8 years ago. That can't be right. What is it? J. Hartford. My grand's name. Jennifer Hartford. Maybe there are 2 J. Hartfords? Miss Hartford is survived by her young daughter, A. Hartford. My mom's name is Eleanor. Okay, this is getting creepy. Oh! Acho que saquei. Meu, isso é um belo de um twist. You're going 6 feet under, 3 towns over. Who am I living with?
The question hung in the air.
I'm rigging. I got close up for the night.
Beck rubbed her eyes.
How late is it? Almost 10. Oh, great. My pa's gonna kill me. Gotta go. Yeah, my parents will be worried sick. Okay, let's meet up as early as we can at the festival tomorrow. What are you gonna do about the unconscious man in your basement? I'll think of something.
Luca's heart was pounding as he approached the house. If he was lucky, Gran, or whoever it was, hadn't gotten back yet. And of course, there was Mr. Tulliver tied up and unconscious in the basement. Dealing with him would be the first order of business. Luca shook out his arms to calm his nerves before entering. He held perfectly still, tempering his breath, and listened closely. She was asleep. His only hope was that she hadn't found Mr. Tulliver before dozing off.
Tô curiosa. Eu ainda não tenho nada pra esse. Ok. Oh! Oh no.
Mr. Tolliver was nowhere to be seen.
Maybe he woke up, escaped from his findings, and left without a trace.
Or maybe Gran knew everything.
What do I do?
Luca's hungry stomach groaned. Not realizing it, he'd gone the entire day without eating.
Okay, I can figure this out. Just need a little brain food.
Luca rushed over to the pile of jam jars, unscrewed one, and shoveled a handful into his mouth.
I'm afraid your jam delivery will be
He
delayed.
flipped the lid to read the label.
Mr. Nuncreed. Okay, now I can think. If the girl knows they're tied up Mr. Tolliver, I'm screwed. If she doesn't know, then I need to play it cool. Guess the only option is to go to bed and act as if nothing is wrong. When I think Mr. Tolliver finished what he was sent to do and left when he was done. Grand? Okay, stick to the plan. Go to bed and play it cool.
As Luca climbed the final stair, the emotion of the day dragged heavily on him. With each consecutive step, his legs weakened. His stride began to falter. He tried to grab for the railing to steady himself. Something was wrong.
Come on, Lex. Just a few more steps.
Luca groaned and tried to move. His limbs might as well have been bolted to the ground. Through numb lips, he mumbled just before falling asleep.
Big boy, what did you get yourself into? Rest now and let me handle everything.
Chapter 9. A speech to end all speeches.
Eu peguei o caminho certo, tô indo bem longe.
Luca awoke to find himself face down in bed. He moaned into his pillow. Why would Gran drug him?
Não era pra você, era pro Mr. sei lá das quantas.
Or rather, why was she trying to drug Mr. Nuncreed?
Isso.
Shaking the questions from his woozy head, Luca snapped back to the matter at hand.
As well. Ainda tá aberto ali. Oh boy. Where have you been? I put something in the jam. Yeah, we know. Secret message for secret conspirator. But this one intended for Mr. Nuncreed. Put me to sleep. Oh ho ho. Fly devil. I think she's trying to remove him from the equation. He might be in danger. Have you found anything? We looked around but haven't seen anything odd. Your gun is nowhere to be found. But then Mr. Creed is just loafing around waiting for the speech. A speech. Mayor Gus just got up to the podium. Everyone's gathering at the stage. Let's get moving.
Augustus Valentine nervously wiped his brow.
It's the thing. Hello, Beacon Pines. I'm Augustus Valentine, your mayor, and I suppose you already know that. Oh yes, before we get started, just wanted to take a moment to recognize someone who couldn't be here today. This town wouldn't be where it is today without my father, Sharper Valentine. So I thought we could begin with a round of applause befitting such a great man. That's even more than the old codger deserved.
Gus cleared his throat and awkwardly loosened his tie.
Right, where was I?
William Kerr bounded on the stage with the energy of a preacher at a big tent revival.
It's Valentine, everyone.
He gave Gus a hearty slap on the back and motioned him off the stage.
Let's hear it for our mayor. Not a great turnout. I didn't prepare anything. But I suppose I could say a few words. It would be a shame to waste such a beautiful podium.
Mr. Kerr pulled a thick stack of note cards out from his vest.
Community Commission Commitment. These are the things we celebrate at Perennial Harvest. For us, these are the pillars of the bridge to a better tomorrow. Tem um monte de gente que eu nunca vi aqui antes, eu acho. Não, eu vi acho que todos eles. Menos aqueles coelhinhos ali. But I think it's time to add a new pillar. Change. Change is a powerful thing. It's inexorable, unavoidable, and undeniable. And I'm dadgum thankful for it. Change is the reason we are all here together today. It's hard for me to believe that it was only 4 years ago when fate brought me here. Simple business trips which brought me to a small town which would change my life forever.
Mr. Kerr took a moment to survey the crowd.
You know what?
He wiped away a single tear.
From the second I set foot in Beacon Pines, something about this place has held me captive. You see, change represents opportunity. It represents potential. It was change that helped me recognize the potential of this place. See that the people of this town, despite suffering great loss, still held on to the things that made them special.
He thumped the podium to emphasize each word.
Community, conviction, commitment, change.
Mr. Kerr nodded confidently, biting his lip. The crowd was silent, in rapt attention.
Fate made a perfect match that day. Nothing is more important to you all than community. And Perennial Harvest is a community first and foremost.
Mr. Kerr methodically made eye contact with each section of the crowd.
The only way you made it through the fall harvest was with an unshakable conviction. Conviction that a better tomorrow was just over the horizon. Perennial Harvest was founded on the conviction that we are at our horizon. This festival is a symbol of our commitment to each other.
His voice began to build to a crescendo.
We now walk hand in hand into a future we'll shape together. And that is what change is all about. Grabbing the future by the scruff of the neck and make things happen. Change is a choice. I'm tickled pink that we'll all be making that choice together. How great is that? Just imagine what we can accomplish. What was that?
The crowd began to look around nervously.
Don't worry, a little thunder isn't going to ruin this day. Everyone remain calm.
Mr. Kerr quickly flicked through his note cards.
Where was I? Through all my travels, I have learned one true thing. One always reaps what they sow. We all have planted a lot of good in this town. And so it is with a happy heart that I can proclaim. Tá chovendo. Deus não é porque cai a bola, Luiz.
He raised his hands up to the heavens.
Our harvest awaits. Sabia.
At that moment, a merciless wall of impossibly cold air ripped through the crowd, instantly freezing everyone and everything it touched. For a man like William Kerr, this was a fitting way for things to end. On a stage, with an entire town frozen in rapt attention for the rest of time. The end. There's that ice again! Whenever I think we're getting close, it comes along and ruins everything! Maybe we should just quit? Maybe you should just close the book, walk away, and never think of me again. No, I don't mean that. We got a little closer this time. We just need to try again. Please.
Eu não vou conseguir seguir nesse aqui tão cedo. Fish, fly or chill? Vamos tentar chill.
They'd run the classic good cop, chill cop interrogation.
I'll handle this. Just gotta play it cool.
Luca walked calmly to the light switch, flicking it off and on a few times. Mr. Tolliver shook his head, gathering his wits.
Well, they should got my bell rung.
He looked over to find Luca, who returned a calming grin.
Sorry, Mr. Tolliver. That was all a big mistake. Luca, what's going on here? Why do you have me strapped down? No one's found really. Rollo just got a little startled. Rollo's here?
Rollo and Beck emerged from hiding to give a timid wave.
Well, alright. Mistakes happen. You kids gave old hero a good scare. Let me out of this rope and call it even.
Luca glanced over to Rollo and Beck, who replied with skeptical looks.
Mr. Tolliver, why are you in my grand's basement? And here's your help, of course. Help with what? What's my grand up to? If you just cut me loose, I can show you. How do I know I can trust you?
Mr. Tolliver exhaled with disappointment.
Luca, have I ever done wrong by you? No? And since your grandma moved to town, haven't I been nothing but welcoming? Yeah? So why would I turn my back to you on your family now? Just... all this stuff seems pretty weird. Board with names of people from town, an archive of my dad's old disturbing patient notes,
Luca gestured to the corner.
barrels of explosives. I can explain everything. Just need to untie me. You kids deserve an explanation.
Luca looked again to Rollo and Beck. This time they shrugged. Luca began to slowly loosen the bindings. Mr. Tolliver gently rubbed his wrists.
That's a good lad. Well, makes sense in time.
He edged imperceptibly toward the stairs as he spoke.
You see, this town has secrets, Luca. A very dark past indeed.
Before the kids had even noticed his movement, Mr. Tolliver was at the light switch.
A past that must be brought to...
He punctuated his final words by flicking the switch and rushing up the stairs.
light. Son of a...
Beck darted to the wall and turned back on the lights. It was too late. Rollo confirmed what they all heard.
He just locked us down here.
Mr. Tolliver's muffled voice came from behind the door.
I wasn't lying, you know. It's for your own good. You kids just keep tight down there. And let the adults handle this.
They looked bewildered at each other.
Great call, huh? Not now, Becky.
They heard the staccato thump of quick steps exiting the house. The kids looked down in resignation. This isn't how it goes in Hank Atomic. For some reason, they'd always assumed it was up to them to save their town. Luca opened his mouth, hoping to conjure some magical words to make this right. Only a hollow croak escaped. The end. Well, we certainly aren't going to find a grand resolution to our tale locked in a basement. Back to the drawing board.
Oh boy. Realmente não tem mais nada, nenhuma outra alteração. Então, select all.
They'd run the classic good cop, sly cop interrogation. Luca and Rollo ducked behind a barrel, leaving Beck to her task. With a few crisp snaps, she roused Mr. Tolliver.
What's going on here? You're to my dual girl. Please, call me back. Sorry about all
Mr.
this.
Tolliver looked down and shifted a bit, testing his restraints.
Since there's been a mix-up. You see, I'm not here for the same reason you are. Juniper sent you here?
Beck caught herself before letting the surprise manifest on her face. She'd already gotten him to reveal his relation to Gran. This was gonna be easy.
You know how Juniper is with her precautions. Operation Sparkplug has us all on edge. Guess you thought you would need some backup. When she sent that child, what better way to avoid prying eyes? Who would suspect a kid? Suppose that makes sense.
Mr. Tolliver wriggled a bit in his restraints.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Beck quickly removed the ropes.
That had to be uncomfortable. A little, yeah. But you understand. I never know who to trust in this town.
Mr. Tolliver rubbed the growing knot on his forehead.
Very true. So it turns out we're both here too.
Beck twirled her hand, as if to prompt Mr. Tolliver to finish her thought.
Try the evidence.
Beck shook her head and clicked her tongue.
Yep, the old guy is nothing if it's not Trotto.
Mr. Tolliver let out an amused huff in agreement.
He sure is. Can't blame her though. If anyone were to find out that we're going to destroy the source, well, we both know how bad that might be. I won't know anything else I finish cleaning things up down here.
Beck was on a roll now, playing Mr. Tolliver like a fiddle.
You sure you can finish this up on our own? Jennifer trusted me for a reason. You can leave the rest to me. Good. There's one more loose end I will go work on. Loose end? Oh, it's nothing really. The other day I had the radio on scan while restocking the candy shelf. I don't you know it. I intercepted an old phrase in a perennial harvest transmission. Underground secrets. That's ominous. I think it might be a password, but Juniper dismissed it. Said it wasn't mission critical. What's the password for? We don't know. So we have a password and know where to put it. Gonna mean something, right? Good thinking. You should probably go work that out. I got this under control. That's a relief. Between you and me, this basement gives me the willies.
Heading for the stairs, Mr. Tolliver hesitated and turned to Beck with a puzzled look. She grinned and gave him a peppy wave. With a shrug, he continued up the stairs, whistling a jaunty tune.
You guys catch that? Sure did. This whole time, Mr. Tolliver's had a candy shelf, but all he ever sells us is apples.
Beck blinked slowly in disappointment.
Password will. Well, sure, but once things are back to normal, I'll be having a word with Mr. Tolliver about the candy shelf. Fine, in the meantime, I got an idea.
She turned to the table and began tearing small scraps of paper.
He said that he heard a password on the radio. Any good spy transmission is never what it seems.
Beck marked each scrap of paper and leaned back.
We just need to find the hidden meaning. Okay. What's another word for underground? Buried, covered. Could it be a cover-up? Maybe it's one of those each letter is a number thingies. So would be 21. N would be 14. D would be... Oh, it's an anagram. No Screed's drugstore.
Luca and Beck looked at Rollo with amazement.
Rollo, that was incredible. Well, is it that or Friend's Nude's drugstore? Yeah, I think you were right the first time. How did you do that? What can I say? I love ciphers. Well, I guess we know where to go next. Boy, oh boy. Não era B, era C. Você não fala. Não fala se tá faltando algum. You scared me half to death. You haven't seen Mr. Tolliver around, have you? Nope. You got me waiting around for like the last sliced pie. Sure, that man would be late to his own funeral. You're late, Augustus. Sorry, sister. Was caught up with work. Work? You. I had a few more details to lock down for the festival. Oh, what do you have to report? What is this insipid town festival really about? I think
Gus looked around nervously.
Mr. Kerr really does just want to do something good for the town. He's actually a pretty nice guy. You should spend some time with him. I didn't pull strings styling you as mayor so that you could make friends. Your job's to help me figure out what current and perennial harvest's true intentions are with this town. We have a responsibility. This is our father's town. Was. Excuse me. This was our father's town. He's gone, Harris, and he isn't coming back. Father left us with nothing but problems. The Kerr came here and offered to help us. We accepted that help. We didn't agree to then turning Father's warehouse into a toxic dumping ground. That's just a temporary arrangement. The glow can be seen from our backyard. They are dumping their nasty little secrets on us. And this all inevitably goes wrong. Who do you think will be blamed?
Harris's cry hung in the air.
You have a new choice to make now, sister. The town is going to change whether we like it or not. Are we going to choose to be a part of the future? Or be forgotten in the past? It's a shame. Father named you Augustus, but you'll always be just be Agus. Good night, Harris. See you at breakfast tomorrow. Getting late, children. Analogy, his pattern sneer exists. There is just a gulf between knowing something and being able to do anything about it. I do hate when villains make a good point.
Solomon stood proudly at the entrance to the drugstore.
Isso vai ser finalmente útil pra história? Eu já ia falar inútil.
Holding a brown bag overflowing with black licorice.
Hey, Solomon. You're looking for Mr. Nunquay. Do you see he's still in there? I'm afraid not. Then where do you get the candy from? You might say we have an arrangement.
Solomon shoveled a surprising amount of licorice into his mouth.
Sometimes it's the small pleasures in life. Though we might not always have a family to rely on, licorice has never let me down. I can say licorice would be my first choice, but whatever floats their boat. You can tell a lot about a person by their choice of confection. Oh, yeah, yes. I like sour gops. Certain you do. I always wondered why Mr. Nunquid kept licorice in stock. Must eat enough of it to make it worthwhile. There are many ways to earn loyalty. For some it's as easy as cold hard cash. Well, he's right, look. There's gotta be more clues. Okay, let's see. Eu tenho que ir pra minha pausa. Então, eu já volto. Amiguinho. Ok, voltei. Rapidinho, deixa. Aqui. Ok. Obviamente a gente vai explorar o único lugar. Have you ever seen anyone actually use this thing? Besides Mr. Nutcreed, no.
Beck cupped her hands on the glass to peek inside.
That is not a normal phone booth. That's like a blinky keypad. Why would there be a blinky keypad? Frank's not the rock store. I mean, underground secrets. The password.
Beck flung open the door and they all squeezed in.
Alright, let's see here.
Luca cracked his knuckles and entered the letters into the keypad.
Underground secrets. Sounds like that did something. Great, now what? Yes,
The inside of the phone booth dropped loose from its shell. Without even the space to panic, they closed their eyes, held their breath, and accepted their fate. Suddenly, the chaotic descent slowed to an effortless landing. It was unclear where they ended up, but at least it was solid ground. The air was stagnant and smelled vaguely of chlorine.
I knew it! I knew that there was a secret hub full of strange tubes under the phone booth. Of course I did. Didn't I say that? No. I definitely thought it. Look, do you remember when I said how cool it would be if the transdimensional conduits from Hank Atomic Keys should, well, were real? Rolo, at one point or another, you said that about every technology ever discussed in Hank Atomic. That's why I'm such a good predictor. Looks like each of 10 has something written on them. This suit has a broken mask. I have found our mystery warehouse creeper. At least we found their hazmat suit. If it walks like the Nuncreed and stalks like the Nuncreed, let's not jump to conclusions. Just saying. Mining Operations Alpha. You guys have mines here? Not that I know of. This town is all farms and fertilizer, and a series of tubes. I always say they can only trust a miner up to the point when they hit gold. Not sure how that wisdom applies in this exact situation. That's the thing about Path, you don't always realize what he means until it's too late. Perennial Harvest main office. That's where my mom works. What does she do? Science stuff. Is she involved in all of this? We just moved here. How could she be involved? Ooh. Valentine Fertilizer Warehouse. Isn't that where you almost got snatched? Yeah? Why would Perennial Harvest have a tube going to the old Valentine place? It's starting to feel like something big. That's a lot of buttons. Stand aside, Earthlings. I have read enough of Hank Atomic to know my way around sci-fi tech.
Rollo's hands hovered over the field of blinking buttons.
Eeny, meeny, miny. Well, what did you do? Nothing. I didn't even move yet. What was that? Right? Where? There's nothing but the word tubes down here. Just get back. Shoot. 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 Awesome! need to come with me now. We aren't going anywhere with you. Not until we get some answers. Mr. Underground Secrets. I told them it was an absurd password. But they love anything that makes them feel clever. They do. That's no matter. If we can keep you hidden until after the festival, I might be able to save your skins. You don't care about our skins? Hold on. I like my skin. So stop now, Concrete.
Joseph waited for a moment in silence.
You sound just like him. Who? What? You don't get to talk about my dad. You know, your father and I were friends back before.
He gestured toward the strange tubes.
All of this. That's a lie. It's true. I used to bounce you on my knee. What happened? Same thing that always happens. Reality, complications, life. We were a team, Walt and I. A idealistic doctor and a bright-eyed pharmacist. Both hell-bent on helping folks. So you were his sidekick? No. We're partners. I helped the patients and I helped him. Yep, total sidekick.
Nuncreed let out a growl of a sigh.
Okay, I need you to know this. I need someone to know this. One day, Sharper Valentine comes to us. He says he's got an opportunity. He's found something he didn't quite understand. And he was willing to pay us both handsomely to help him understand it. And my dad said no. Your father and I both believed in helping people. But the thing I could never get him to understand was it's a lot easier to help others if you help yourself now and then. Classic sidekick into villain plotline. Walt loved being righteous, almost more than he loved his family. He was wrong about one thing though. When he begged me to not take Valentine's offer, he said, Joseph, if a person says yes one time to Sharper Valentine, you make sure they keep on saying yes to him until the day he's dead and gone.
He shook his head wistfully.
Harper's long gone, but he still got me saying yes. Is there a point to this sub-story? Not really, no. Just an old man trying to delay what needs doing.
Nuncreed took a menacing step towards the children.
I tried to keep you safe. I tried to keep you and Juniper out of this. But you forced my hand.
Luca began to laugh.
What? You really don't know. My granny isn't out of this. He's been scheming right under your nose. Juniper? Seems like she's planning on crashing the house party. She's going to disrupt the festival. Why would she?
The color drained from Nuncreed's face.
How does she know? Apparently, she knows a lot of things. What? Let's just say this isn't the only underground layer we busted into today. And honestly, hers is way cooler. She's got maps and explosives and bad intentions, big man.
Nuncreed grabbed Luca by the shoulders. His eyes were frantic.
You need to tell me what he's going to do right now. She doesn't understand what it is she's messing with. Tell me now, she's in danger, boy. I don't know. She had a magic to want a mark on the fountain in Town Square. The fountain, but why would...
A jolt of realization struck Mr. Nuncreed.
She knows about the source. What the heck's the source? She tries to destroy the source, it would catalyze and... Dear God, she's going to freeze us all. You all need to run. Run where? Away. As far away from this town as you can get. Head west and don't look back. That did not go how I expected. So... we're totally following him, right? Totally. See you on the other side. You good? Yeah. I love this town. Beck só tá curtindo.
Chapter 8. The cold, hard truth. Beck leapt up, allowing the suction to yank her into the dark. Dimness eclipsed around her like the shutter of a camera as she seemed to cover great distance in mere moments. Her only points of reference were glints of upcoming turns, which approached with frightening speed, only to carom her gracefully along. She heard the tinny, distant echoes of Rollo's glee. Once she stopped fighting against it, the ride was impossibly smooth. Then, all of a sudden, as if minutes had passed in an instant, light blazed into view.
Oh!
A burst of wintry air snuffed across her face, and she was flung out into the cold.
That was intense? Yeah. I think I might have parted with some freezing there. Any idea where we were? Somewhere cold. Doesn't look like it got on any of us. It didn't feel like we traveled that far. So where did it all go? This place sucks. Why would anyone even want to blow something up out here? Only one way to find out, I suppose. We gotta catch up to Concrete. Wait, I think he went this way. Looks like we aren't get back that way. Ok, tem nada aqui. This looks familiar, yeah. Maybe we can clear up this snow. Sometimes concrete's getting away. Okay, this is starting to feel really familiar. I may not be the most well-versed on how things become pines, but it does looks like some sort of frozen replica of town. I got it. So obvious now. Mr. Concrete is an alien. Rollo, stick with me here. His species can only live in sub-zero temperatures. Oh boy, here we go. The stars is their base camp dimension, so naturally they keep it cold. We found it by traveling through those metallic wormholes back there. The final objective is kill us all when shapeshift become pines sitting of their choosing. You never really had me, but you very much lost me there. You get used to it. We should keep moving. Posso pegar... Não.
As they rounded the corner to the frozen town square, they spotted Mr. Concrete inching cautiously toward a pit at its center. He held his arms out gingerly, as if approaching a beast in the wild. Upon closing the distance, Luca recognized what Concrete was after. Gran stood confidently at the edge, one arm outstretched over the abyss. Nearby, a wheelbarrow had been emptied out. She held a lit torch, which flickered in the bitter wind.
Juniper, I don't know what you think you're doing, but I assure you this is not going to solve anything. If you drop that, you're going to have doomed this whole town. Oh, it wasn't me who doomed this town. I've been watching you, Joseph. I know what you've done. You and your co-conspirators. Eh? What's happening? Luca, you and your friends need to leave right this moment.
Mr. Concrete turned back toward the kids, desperation in his eyes.
Listen to your grandma, Luca. It's between me and Juniper.
Rollo and Beck held steadfast in awe. Luca approached closer. Mr. Concrete spun back toward Gran, his voice growing louder.
You got it all wrong, Juniper. Just hand over that torch. You don't understand what you're doing. How could I possibly trust you to do the right thing? Fox told me everything. He trusted you and you betrayed that trust. Look, did you know that this man's entire life is a lie? If it weren't for him, your father might still be alive.
Mr. Nuncreed winced with anguish. His voice hardened.
That's not true.
They both now yelled, not to each other, but at fate itself. Making their peace with long-held burdens, the wind howled with encouragement.
Well, it was like a brother to me. We just have different ideas about how to affect change. Very convenient that your way just happened to line your pockets. Now that's not fair.
They menaced at each other, both catching their breath. The moment balanced on a knife's edge. Amid a blur of emotions and memories, Luca's mind flooded with questions. The wind calmed, as if to give him the stage.
And in the stillness he began to weep or hum. Tipo, eu não consigo imaginar por que ele começaria a cantarolar. Mas vamos com o weep porque é mais dramático.
And in the stillness, he began to weep. It was all just too much. Falling to his knees, Luca whimpered softly. The tears crystallized as they hit the snow. Gran stared at Luca for a moment with warm sympathy, remembering why this was all necessary.
This all makes sense soon, Luca. Then everything can go back to normal. I promise.
She stiffened up and brandished the torch at Mr. Nuncreed.
You can't hide behind those people any longer, Joseph. Once their precious source is destroyed, we'll see where their loyalties fall. Perdão.
Ignoring his final plea, Gran flung the torch into the deep darkness. She smiled and exhaled in relief. Mr. Nuncreed moaned in resignation. The torch echoed as it ricocheted down the hole, punctuated with a thunderous thud.
Eu não entendo como essa tocha ainda estava acesa. You see, Joseph, I learned one very important lesson in life. You want things to change, you must be willing to...
Before Gran could finish, the ground shook her to silence. Gran only had time to spin around and run to Luca. Her attempt to shield him, an honorable but trifling act. Unflinching love, pitted against an unthinking horror. There was no contest. Her warm embrace froze in an instant. That is where they remain, fixed in place, forever. And so, our story ends on this melancholy scene. In a town brought low by its secrets, sits the frozen statues of a misguided band of meddlers. The end.
Aww.
Well, that was dire. On the bright side, we finally figured out where all the ice is coming from. Now, we just need to find a way to deal with a mystic, unfathomable force of nature.
Yay! Yay! Eu ainda não posso fazer nada aqui. Devo estar perdendo uma palavra. Começa a cantar lá, moleque.
And in the stillness, he began to hum. After the death of his father, Luca had trouble sleeping. Each night, his mother would sit at the foot of his bed and hum a gentle melody. It was the only thing that could calm his mind. The only thing that, however briefly, could make it all seem okay. That melody pervaded every memory Luca had of his mother. Shivering in the raw snow, he began to hum it out loud.
Jornada virou um musical.
Gran lowered the torch, listening closely. As recognition slowly set in, her heart sank. Those countless nights of consolation, the incomparable loss they shared together. She let the torch fall to the snow and sizzle out. A few steps toward Luca was all she could bear before dropping to the snow herself. Through a flood of tears, she began to hum along, note for note.
Eu ainda acho que isso é bem aleatório. Bonito, mas aleatório. Tem que fazer alguma coisa?
Luca lifted his head in astonishment.
Ok.
The last time he heard that melody was the last night he saw his mother.
How do you know? I'm so sorry, my little buckaroo. Buckaroo? Some of the people who call me that are my dad and her mother.
Luca blinked through blurry, watery eyes, trying to see more clearly. He could just make out the impression of a familiar face. He peered across the snowscape at the woman on her knees. Something about her was undeniably his mother.
No.
Only smaller, older, changed.
Ela provavelmente caiu no negócio. That's right, buckaroo. Oh boy. Mom!
Luca sprinted as fast as he could toward his mother. They held each other close, and the cold retreated from their bodies.
Eleanor? Thought you were gone? You should have known I would never abandon my son.
Eleanor looked down at Luca, tightening her embrace in an appeal for forgiveness.
How? You are a smart man, Joseph. I thought you would have pieced it together by now. You were exposed. I don't understand any of this. What happened to you? Where did you go? Why did you leave me? I never left you. I was always right here, Luca. Why did you lie to me? It tore me up, Luca, but I did it to keep you safe. I thought that getting answers would help us both move on. But the more I discovered, the more I realized the danger we were in. Until perennial harvest was stopped, it was better if everyone thought I was gone. You could have trusted me. These are bad people, Luca. They won't stop until they get what they want. And they don't care who gets hurt in the process. And what do? We have to stop them.
Joseph slumped into the cold, wet snow.
They can't be stopped. It's too big. I tried beating them at their own game. And only fighting fire with fire.
For the first time in a long time, her voice felt like her own again.
No more lies. I see now there's a better way to stop perennial harvest. The cold, hard truth.
Luca gazed down at Nuncreed with pity. He looked small. Joseph stared into the snow, as if searching it for answers.
Come on, everyone, we got a party to crash. You don't understand. He always wins.
Chapter 9. The Devil You Know.
Ok. Se tiver um plot twist que aquele cara do Licorice, o Solomon, é o Sharper, eu vou ficar louca. Porque esse é um novo tipo de viagem no tempo.
7 months ago, Eleanor Van Horn crept down the maze of sterile hallways under perennial harvest. She stopped in front of the large steel door marked Deep Engineering. No turning back now. She raised a trembling hand. The stolen keycard worked as promised, and the door buzzed open with mechanical efficiency. She was immediately hit with the smell of disinfectant. It was some sort of laboratory. In one corner was a desk covered in papers. Across the room stood a tall metal pod with hoses protruding from its base. She rushed to the desk and began shifting through the piles of papers. They were experiment reports on something called Tempus liquamen. There were dozens of them, every one stamped failed. Eleanor heard the sharp echo of footsteps approaching. She was out of time. Her eyes scanned the room, eventually landing on the strange pod. Muttering a curse under her breath, she dashed over and dove inside.
And that's what change is all about. You're having a future by the scruff of the neck and make things happen. Change is a choice. And people think that we'll be making that choice together. How great is that? This man is a liar! Excuse me. I will not. This town has a dangerous secret and perennial harvest only exists to keep it hidden. Nonsense. They picked up the whole damn town and moved it right under our noses. You aren't making any sense, dear.
Mr. Kerr addressed the crowd with a sarcastic tone.
Imagine such a thing. Absurd and just plain impossible. They promised they could fix the fall harvest. They told us they would clean this place up. We just have to leave town for a few days. But while they have us evacuated, Mr. Hartford, I'm afraid I'm going to have to ask you to... You're afraid of a lot of things, aren't you? You sniveling little worm. This is growing tiresome. A little help, please. Don't you all see this festival is a sham? The excuse to have the whole town gathered in one place. They are planning something awful. I don't know what, but these people are wicked. Don't listen to her. She has absolutely no proof. I am the proof. I'm Eleanor Van Horn.
Whispers filtered through the crowd.
Well, aren't you just sneaky as the dickens? We all knew Valentine's fertilizer was too good to be true. And now this whole town is paying the price. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm so sorry about this disruption. My associates will take this obviously disturbed woman somewhere comfortable, so she can get the help she needs. She's not the one who's disturbed. You two-timing clown. You all know there's something wrong with this town. But you see it is here to look the other way. The truth is... That's quite enough, Mr. Nuncrete.
Torment dragged on Joseph Nuncrete's face.
Yes, sir. Take them away. No, I wanted to see this. Ah, the clever tempestuous Eleanor Van Horn. Been quite a thorn on my side. Like a weed that's burning where it doesn't belong. I must confess, it looked dreadful.
He paused for a moment, plucking a piece of fuzz from his sweater and discarding it to the ground.
Consider yourself in our company. You managed to pull one over me. It won't happen again. I knew you had some sort of plan to disrupt our little party. But alas, I expected something a bit more impressive than incoherent rambling. No matter, your failures are yours to bear. Mr. Kerr? Yes, sir? It's a shame it was cut short, but I thank you for that arousing oratory. I'll take it from here. Yes, sir, of course, sir. You done me quality work for me, William. You can look forward to the recompense we agreed on.
Kerr gave a bow of deference.
Found that you're most gracious.
Gasps rippled through the crowd.
Thankfully, we can disperse with the formalities from here on out. You folly!
Solomon pulled a glass vial from his pocket. In one smooth motion, he downed its contents. A triumphant smile grew across Solomon's lips.
You can now call me Pepper Valentine.
His body and face began to contort and expand as he disappeared into a belching green mist. A hushed horror gripped the crowd. This is a story about change.
What? No! Ah, so you didn't see that coming. Good.
Sharper examined his new hands.
Well, this is quite an improvement. Everything looks so much smaller now. Eleanor was right about one thing. The festival was a ruse. I wanted you all to witness my glorious return with your own eyes. Why does everyone look so downtrodden? This is a celebration, people. Maybe it would help if we set the mood. Mr. Kirby adhered and revealed the sign. Ha! Wonderful.
Sharper choked out a crude squawk of a laugh. Frustrated grumbles sprinkled through the crowd.
Sharper, you malicious bastard. I'm glad you're back so I can tell you their face. You destroyed this town. We ain't gonna let you get away with it again. Sorry, this is not the time for audience participation. Some assistance, Mr. Kerr?
William Kerr gave a subtle nod to the clipboards.
You coward! Does anyone else have something to contribute?
A helpless quiet settled over the crowd.
Not so. Did you all truly believe you could be free of me? A town of complete and utter fools. You people should be celebrating my return. You clearly lost without me. And that leads me nicely to my children. Betty, I gave you both the greatest gift a parent can give. The opportunity to prove yourselves in my absence. Squandering it. To say I'm disappointed would be an understatement. But silence, Augustus, an adult is speaking. I don't know which is worse, a son who is completely hopeless, or a daughter with such potential who inevitably lets me down. Whereas you fail me with admirable consistency. Thankfully, I was counting on it this time. Father, I have been wasting my time, my dear. What have you accomplished? I was focusing on cementing your legacy. Legacy? Who needs a legacy when can just live forever? But what about... It's alright, kiddo. I'm afraid you suffer from a complete lack of imagination. There's just no helping it. Now then, where is Joseph? You didn't take the opportunity to slip off, did you? Ah, there he is. Everyone should have given him a hand. None of this would have been possible without Joseph. Think you said enough. Nonsense, the people deserve to know how helpful and loyal you've been. I only did what I did because he left me no choice. You always had a choice, Joseph. You're simply too weak to take it. No matter, cheer up. You're about to be rich beyond your wildest dreams. You should follow Mr. Kerr's example. When I found him, he was in a sorrier state than any of you. an aging actor desperate to recapture his youth. He played his part and soon he'll be able to play the leading man again. Forever, in fact, if he remains loyal. That goes for all of you. Well, those who haven't already frittered away my goodwill. Beacon Pines is mine again, and I'm willing to share its spoil in exchange for absolute loyalty. Are you saying William Kerr was never in charge of planting new harvest? Ha! You think that puffed up blatherskite could have accomplished all of this? I suppose it's time for your big exclusive.
Sharper addressed the crowd with indignant pride. He'd planned this moment for so long that now, at the deed's fruition, it almost felt frivolous.
Se apenas alguém tivesse uma arma. You see, I needed a figurehead to hold things down while I orchestrated my return. Someone to misdirect, lie, and bilk this town for a spell. I invented William Kerr. Take your bow, you earned it.
Mr. Kerr flourished a preposterously elaborate bow.
Patrick Montesquieu, Thespian extraordinary, at your service. Ele não escreveu um livro. Tem um livro dele na livraria. Biblioteca. Found that I just want to take you again for this opportunity. It truly was the role of a lifetime. Wait, but this Bill Kerr was Patsy the whole time? Now that's your secret is out in the open, what's to stop this town from rising up against you? Oh, that's the delicious part. Here. Thanks to our clipboards, I know what each and every person in this town fears most. And I will make those fears manifest for anyone who steps out of line. Choice is simple. I'm not afraid of you. Ah, the young hero. I kept a keen eye on you, boy. You and your friends made a habit of disrupting my plans. What a pity. Things would have gone a bit differently. You might have had your moment of triumph. But that's fate for you. You can do this. Oh, but I can. I have won. Never underestimate what a great man can do, given time. And now time is my plaything. Perhaps the most expensive thing I ever bought. But well worth it. Ha!
Sharper coughed up one final laugh and cracked his knuckles.
Enough chit-chat. Let's get to work, shall we?
And so, Sharper set about remaking the town in his own image. The fertilizer factory soon reopened for business. Sales rose steadily as more and more farmers across the countryside began to swear by its miraculous properties. Beacon Pines became famous, a secretive town that, for the right price, shared its gifts with all. Gifts that became more and more necessary in a world where winters grew longer and longer. The end.
Esse final foi bem tosco. Tipo, o twist foi da hora, mas esse final foi bem tosco.
This is wrong, but things are becoming clearer now. You can feel it, right? We can't let Sharper win. He might just be the key to this whole thing. Let's see.
Ok, vejamos. Já foi. Malice. Finalmente, gente, volta pra cá.
There was a malice lurking behind those eyes.
Se não me engano, essa é a rota que fez a Beck ficar com o cabelo grisalho.
Like a trap ready to spring. Luca felt the weight of Nuncreed's hand on his shoulder. Something wasn't right. He didn't know why, but something was telling Luca to get out of there.
I just want this to all be over. Of course, I'm sure it will all work out soon enough. I should get going. I told Roxy I'll check for a roll at the treehouse.
Luca twisted free of Nuncreed's grasp.
Of course. Luca? You know your dad and I were good friends back in the day. You can come to me with anything. Anything at all. Não dessa vez, cara. Oh, aqui tá aberto. Ok, eu não tenho nada pra falar com ninguém aqui. Festival decorations are a bit humdrum. Now, if I were to throw a festival, it would be a thing to behold. I agree, this is all more than a little sad. Worse than sad, boring. Well, if you did a little something to spice things up. I'm listening. You know the festival sign waiting to be unveiled. Be a shame if
The
someone...
two scurried off, eagerly formulating a plan.
Boy, oh boy. You look down, muttered in a gruff voice. Mama always told me my problems wouldn't look smaller once I grew up. And my problems always seem to grow right along with me. Oh no. Identify yourself, please. Melly. I work here now. I'm unable to locate you on our staff roll. Oh, I don't officially start until tomorrow. The care said I could come in early tonight to get a few things done. Hold, please. Clearance authorized. Thank you. Our harvest awaits. Whoa! Could get a wrench to the noggin sneaking up on a guy like that. Let's get a man while he's junking, son. Evening job. Isn't kinda late to be junking. Might as well ask the same thing of you. Find anything good? Ever since Perennial Harvest moved in, even the junk is trash. Can learn a lot about a person by looking at what they throw away. With these bunches, all shredded papers and coffee cups. How better you're going? You see nothing if you didn't see nothing. See what? Exactly. Aquelas, eu posso pescar de novo? Deixa eu ver.
Luca tied a small magnet to the line, fishing with the law of attraction.
Uma chave! Where do you think the lock is for this key? Now, why would we want to find that? Because then we would know the secret. And it's no fun. It's like we know what it unlocks just becomes a boring old key. Right now, this key could unlock anything. Oh.
Luca stuck a toy stretchy hand onto the hook. Those things always get dirty anyway.
Should I give it to Mom? She likes jewelry. That's a sweet thought to become. I'm not sure she would appreciate that on the bracelet.
Luca wrapped some tape around the hook. Hey, you never know.
A bunch of big words written on it. Let's see that. We regret to inform you that our application for property rights with respect to the big company CBD in the surrounding area has been rejected. Therefore, applicant Valentine State. Good, good.
Luca placed a sinker on the line. Sometimes the best stuff is at the bottom of the pond.
This 80 proof whiskey. Hard liquor for a hard man. Especially with Abby. It takes a real piece of work to leave something like that lying around.
Luca wrapped a twig of thyme around the hook. Some fish have refined taste.
Property of Sharper Valentine. Figures. Had his way, property of Sharper Valentine would be written on everything in this town. We give it back to him. He may not even want it back. Man's got a contentious relationship with time. We keep it here in case he ever wants to pick it up.
Luca tied a bent nail onto the line. If all you have is a hammer...
As a photo of you and Uncle Joseph. Let me see that. Look at those two young fools. Standing up at the bottom of the pond. Who can say? Some things are just hard to explain. I miss Uncle Joseph. How come he doesn't come fishing with us anymore? He's busy with his new job at Valentine's. The new job got to do with him fishing with us. Complicated. Like I said, some things are hard to explain. Well, that's quite a haul. Feels like a good time to pack up. Just a little bit longer. Things lasted forever, they might not feel as special, huh? I guess. I'll make you a deal, Buckaroo. If you ever feel like you need to talk about anything at all, you just say let's go fishing. And you know what you mean. Like a secret password? Yep, top secret. Neat. What a perfect day, yeah. Eu posso ir lá na restaurante ver se eu posso servir todo mundo? Não. Roll.
He aired a long holler into the woods.
Bravo! Wherever you are, I hope you're okay.
Luca felt his eyes getting heavy and plopped into the beanbag. He conceded to its lumpy embrace. Once again, Luca found himself in a vast, black expanse. This time, he knew exactly where to go. He took a single confident step forward. The world flickered and pulsed. He found himself standing in front of the frigid air of a blazing campfire. The source? He plopped down cross-legged and gazed into the cold flame, waiting. Soon enough, the fire began to die out, popping sporadically, until all that was left was a single ember. Luca stood up and dusted himself off. He plucked the glowing ember from the cold ash, examined it, and slid it into his pocket, a keepsake. The voice of his father spoke behind him. "You made me proud, Buckaroo." Luca turned to face him. "Dad, what is this place?" A warm grin grew across his father's face. "A place where everything that has been and everything that could be all wait together." Luca found himself staring at his father's face, trying as hard as he could to memorize every single detail. "Wait? For what?" Another voice spoke out as Luca's doppelganger stepped forward. "That's up to you." Without knowing why, Luca began to weep. Is any of this real? Are you real?" Luca's father bent down to smudge away a tear. "Of course. I'm as real as the part of you that misses me." Luca turned to look at the older version of himself. "And you?" The doppelganger choked back tears. "I'm as real as the part of you that's angry he's gone. Does that make sense?" Through his tears, Luca laughed. "I think so." His father pulled him in for an embrace. "Time to go, Buckaroo." Luca was startled from his dream by a banging on the floor.
Are you in there?
A commanding voice rumbled from below. Just as Luca sprang to lock the entry hatch, the door knocked open. Chapter 5. Dangers Big and Small. Luca stumbled back. He heard the rope ladder creak under significant weight. Keeping his eyes fixed on the hatch, he inched backward to the balcony. As his hand grasped the door handle, Luca froze. A large figure clumsily wriggled up through the hole.
Stop right there! Hello? Geesh, I know it's dark and all, but I figured you'd recognize me. Who are you?
The large figure cocked its head inquisitively.
Double cover you with a baseball bat. Whoa, 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 whoa. Take it easy. Look, I need to get your eyes checked. It's me, Rollo. Nice try, but I know you aren't Rollo. You're like one of his random uncles or something. Where is he? Uncle. Look, I quit messing around. It's me. It's really you. Prove it. I mean chicken coop, Luca.
Luca's jaw dropped. He peered more closely at the man standing in front of him. Something about him was undeniably Rollo, only bigger, older, changed.
Oh, what happened to you? When I was running away, I ran into more people in those yellow suits. They grabbed me and dragged me away. What? Where did they take you? No, they threw a bag over my head. It was cold and smelled like a swimming pool. I think it was an underground lab or something. They made my hands all big. Look!
Rollo proudly presented his hands to Luca.
Pretty sweet, right? I mean, it wouldn't be my first pick for a superpower. But beggars can't be choosers. Well, it wasn't just your hands. My feet too. Pa just made me little shoes. Wait, look, why are you so small?
Luca moved to the side and pointed Rollo to his reflection in the balcony window.
What the?
His hands shot up to his face.
Holy Toledo! Well, what did they do to you? They made me drink some sort of green bread. Ew. Actually, it wasn't too bad. It kind of tasted like licorice. I passed out and woke up like this. And then I sort of smashed open my cage and escaped. Whoa, I smashed open a cage. Kinda. At least I think I did. It's all a bit of a blur. They had you in a cage. Who are these people? Eu não sei. Eu vou ir pra minha pausa e a gente descobre depois, beleza? Beleza. Já volto. Rapidinho. don't know who did this to you, but we're gonna fix it. Fix it? This is awesome. Well, I'm just glad you're safe now. Look, I don't need to worry about me. Sure, I got snatched, but look at it this way. I got snatched. I know where snatched people go. We finally have a lead on what happened to your family. Maybe you're right, but this all seems dangerous. Danger. Ha!
Rollo shadowboxed a few jabs.
I'll take them all. Hey, fellas, what's up?
With a yelp, Rollo dove behind Luca.
Ah! Take cover! Did I come at a bad time? Who the heck are you? This is back. Sorry, something truly bizarre just happened and I need help. I don't know where else to go. So you're just hanging out here with your large adult friend? Ah, no, this is my buddy Roll. This is your missing friend? The one in the same. He seems a little old. I haven't known this is a recent development. What the heck does that mean? Oh, I'm sorry, you're the one who just showed up out of nowhere. So we'll be asking questions here. That's fair. How did you find us? Your silly little treehouse? I think you mean our silly little mission control. Hate to break it to you, but your secret bed isn't so secret. And I could hear it right from a mile away. See, Luca, this is why we need to improve security around here. Not now, Rollo. Becky said something bizarre happened. Yeah, but
She shot a nervous glance at Rollo.
you can say anything you can say around me, you can say around Rollo. It's been a weird day all around, hasn't it? Yep.
Beck's eyes narrowed.
Okay, so it all started when I made it back home. My first order of business was to try and salvage my hair. So I dyed some stuff from the chemistry set my mom gave me. Okay, just need to play it cool and hope no one notices. Notices what? Nothing, I was just... Come over here and let me have a look. Oh honey, what in the world did you do to your hair? I just kinda feel like a change. It's going to take forever to grow out. You're the one who said that change was a good thing, right? I was talking about her mother's new job. I was talking about us moving. Well, I guess I just took your lesson to heart.
Ilona tried to put on a smile.
Before I forget, I came up here to tell you that Nellie had to go into work. Right? Her and Mr. Cure decided it would be good for her to get some things done before tomorrow. A Cure guy seems like a grade A creep. Heck! Yes, he has his weird cult of personality. We're not going to ruin this job for Nellie. It means too much to her. Oh, I know exactly how much it means to her. It means enough to exile her down into this podunk town. This place sucks. The people are weird. We just don't know them yet. It's always cold. We're in the mountains, you get used to it. I can't even pick a single station on the radio. It's all banjo music and farming reports. I don't know, I grew up in a town not that different from this one. That's why you're better at talking to plants than people? Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. First of all, you're grounded. What? In the morning, I'll have Nellie come and see what you can do to about fixing your hair. You need to look presentable for the festival. But not another peep.
She sighed, and after a moment, looked down at Beck sympathetically.
I know moving is hard, honey, but that doesn't mean you have to make yourself miserable all the time. Other people seem to have that covered for me. Oh, and if you decide to rebel by dyeing your hair more...
She flashed a sly grin and tousled Beck's hair.
I'll just shave it off for you. Think of how rebellious you look then. Very funny. Thank you. Good night, sweetie. Good night, Mom. Wait. First of all, this town does not suck. Second, you need help because you got grounded? No. Sorry I got into trouble. It's my fault the hair got screwed up in the first place. Don't worry about it. I actually kinda like this look. Great, getting back to the story now. The next part's the important bit. I have this radio I upgraded with my mom when I was too angry to sleep. So I tried to dial in something worth listening to. Mr. Cure, are you there? Mr. Cure? Yes, I'm busy. What is it? Apologies, I have the founder on the line. Patching through immediately. One moment. Hello, sir. It's so nice to hear from you. Skip the pleasantries. But the report on our new lead the research of deep engineering. Maybe Moed seems to be integrating nicely. At this very moment, she is working to help us meet our deadline. She offered to work overtime before I even had the chance to suggest it. Excellent. And I have faith that she's capable of finishing the work left by her predecessor. Her work must be complete before the festival. I'll make sure she stays day and night until it's accomplished. Good, you know how I feel about loose ends. Yes, sir. Once she has finished the work, we need to make a determination regarding her long-term prospects in the company. Immediately, sir? I usually have more time to fully bring people into the fold. We are in the end game, Bill. After your failures with Dr. Prescott, I can't afford to take any risk. Of course, sir. No loose ends, sir. Once you finish the work, you either leave the office completely committed to perennial harvest, or she won't leave at all. Perfect. Sir, if I might suggest, maybe you should delay just for a bit. Oh, it's just we seem to have you to be rushing to hit this festival deadline, and rushing to things has caused some issues in the past. I see. Please understand that I just want what's best for you. I'm eternally grateful for all you've done for me. Bill, I'll make this very clear for you. I brought you in to make things run smoothly, not to have opinions. Of course, sir. Chin up, Bill. You are only a few days away from having everything you ever dreamed of. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Whoa. Yeah. Just so you're clear, when they said loose ends, they were talking about murder, right? Like actually killing someone. Capital murder.
Luca gave Rollo a quick elbow to the ribs.
Where's this founder? I was hoping you guys will know. As far as we know, Curtis is the top banana perennial harvest. He sounded scared of this founder guy. So I have an even topper banana on the field. The hell is my mão, cara, pen? Opa, acabei de ver que tudo no meu chat fechou. Cadê você? Eu não vou... Vai abrindo tudo aqui de novo. Acho que tudo fechou, porcaria de Firefox. É isso que acontece quando eu foco muito num jogo. Eu não noto que ele tá acabando. Tá fechando tudo. Porqueira. Enfim. Vou abrir aqui. Pronto. Isso aqui vai servir por enquanto, eu acho. Não dá pra ler nada, mas... Has she talked about the job much? Not really. She said she was going to come in and continue the work of someone she respected. Look, do you think that body at the warehouse was the person's Beck's mom who came to replace? That will make sense. Beck seems like Nelly's predecessor got loose-ended. I'm getting that impression. Okay, so I need to get your mom out of there before the festival happens. That's 2 days away. Won't she just come home after work? The Creeper already said they were going to hold her there until then. So if she's not coming out, we gotta go in and get her.
Beck flicked a large sheet of paper out of her pocket and slammed it on the floor.
Maybe this will help. You have blueprints. Well, it's just a welcome map from my mom's PH orientation day. But it shows the layout. Sure looks like blueprints to me. Look, there's the reception area. There's a big room marked founder's office. Even has the exit marked. Guys. We have a deadline, we have an objective, we have blueprints. You realize what this is, right?
Orlo started to wiggle with excitement.
I think you're a hasting. This is officially a heist.
Chapter 6. The Heist. They spent the night's end huddled around that small map, formulating a plan to infiltrate the headquarters of Perennial Harvest. It would be no small feat. A modern facility equipped with all manner of technology, not to mention the swarm of clipboards that would most certainly be scattered throughout. By the time the sun began to peek through the car window used as a makeshift balcony door, all were in agreement. This could just work. The final day before the festival would be used to prepare. They'd need to pool every resource at their disposal, pull every favor with a thread. Even enlist some unsavory characters around town with important tasks only they were suited for. Luckily, there was enough ill will and mistrust toward Perennial Harvest that alliances could be found at a bargain. Luca, Beck, and Rollo rubbed their eyes as they exited the treehouse. They hadn't slept at all that night. There was no time. The festival was to begin in one day, and they each had their assignments.
Alright, quick recap. Rollo gonna talk to Roxy. Cordially. Without her and Fitz, this whole thing could go bust. Me, Cordo is my middle name. How do you plan to explain your
He
new
waved vaguely at Rollo's sizable figure.
circumstance? She'll be so happy I'm alive she won't even notice.
Beck snorted an involuntary giggle.
And Beck, you're sure Ilona won't just shoot this whole thing down when she hears it? You listen. Once she understands the danger that is and the danger we are in, the plan will make sense. Okay, that leaves me with Jeff and Iggy. How are you gonna persuade them? I think it's something.
They each looked at each other with sleepy confidence and nodded.
Well, Godspeed. He's certain over no, the angels are middle state of mind. Does any loser give up? Now. Não, tá aqui. Ah, Silvia, cadê esse povo? Yeah. You wonder why an agricultural company employs an army of survey takers? The clipboards, they just say they're trying to make us happy. Do they want to make us happy? Or just figure out what makes us happy? Important distinction. Oi, Jeff. What can I do for you? Well, I know how much you hate Perennial Harvest. Hate's a strong word. Oh, sure, I didn't say it was the wrong word. Gotcha. So we're gonna break into their headquarters and I thought you might be able to help.
Jeff wheezed out a long snicker.
Yeah, see, I knew your kids are alright. Great, so you help?
The joy in Jeff's face drained instantly.
Not a chance. But Give me one good reason I should risk my hiding and baiting rascals.
Looking into the sullen eyes of his would-be accomplice, Luca blurted out the first word that came to mind.
Eu esqueci metade da conversa. Yeah, what of it? Honey, I got more junk than a king has copper. I ain't interested. Oh boy.
Luca wasn't ready. He shouted out,
Look it. Yeah, they are crooks. Like cockroaches. Stamp one out, another comes scurrying on to take its place. What? I don't know, a fight for a lifetime, more than my share of losing. Time's come to hang up the gloves. Shoot! Yeah, it's all shoot. I still ain't helping. Ain't that some shoot? Hee hee. Hide!
Jeff's brow perked up.
What'd you say? Go ahead and hide them.
Sensing some traction, Luca carried on with vigor.
Let a bunch of kids do what needs to be done. We're not afraid.
Jeff's scowl faded with a sigh.
Say what you about old Jeff, and they all do. But you never hear them say I hid from nothing.
One good stomp of the foot was all Jeff needed to drive his point home.
What was it the kids needed? Some sort of disguise. I got just the thing. Alright, that crate could come in handy. These ain't gonna be free, you know. I'm thinking 5 bags of sour should cover it. Put on my tab.
Luca offered out his open hand to seal the deal. With a firm and dusty grip, Jeff reciprocated.
Done. Swing by first thing in the morning. Não estão aqui. Hey Tish, look who it is. Look, are you here to try to tickle us to death again? Look, just hear me out.
Iggy raised an eyebrow suspiciously.
We're listening. Iggy, I know about being enjoying badges of. You to each other.
Gave a reluctant shrug.
You're not wrong. But lately life's been kinda crooked, you know. Crooked. Yeah, well, that's always crooked. Get over it, we ain't interested. Oh, God.
Luca knew they'd need Iggy and Tish to pull this off. He tried again.
Calma, o que acontece se eu colocar Malice? Malice, teacher. Malice. Oh, Tish, smart guy here. O smart guy hoje. Eu tenho que ser expression. Ok.
Iggy gave a reluctant.
Strange, you know?
Iggy considered the point.
Things have been weird around here, so I'm offering a truce and asking for your help. What do you say we... Oh, break. Break? Break our hostilities at least for now. I do like breaking things. Even if that means less breaking things. But what if I told you there was a way to have a truce and break stuff? Go on. I need you to cause a distraction so I can sneak into perennial harvest HQ.
A wild-eyed grin spread across Iggy's face.
My, Luca Van Horn, I'm impressed. After all is all done, maybe you and Tish can come hang out at the treehouse sometime.
Iggy glanced over to Tish, who nodded in agreement.
Fine. But not because we want to see her grab the treehouse. We just like to cause chaos.
With a quick nod, Luca was off.
Did you hear that, Fish?
He gazed up at Tish with a smile.
He invited us to hang out at the
A
treehouse.
single tear ran down Tish's cheek.
Never expect this day to come. How wonderful.
Chapter 7. Into the Hive.
Eu vou deixar esse capítulo 7 pra depois. Pra amanhã.
A good heist requires preparation.
O problema é que eu não sei quando é que salva. Agora salvou. Então, eu vou deixar pra amanhã porque já vai dar meu horário e Enfim. Muito obrigada pra todo mundo que veio. Amanhã, 9 da noite, horário de Brasília, a gente continua com mais evolução. Enfim. Eu não acho que deve demorar muito mais, mas vai saber. Enfim. Obrigada. Boa noite. E eu vejo vocês depois. Até mais.